and welcome back to Doki Doki Panic. We are here in reading Sayori's poem. I don't know, this is kind of odd. But let's see what she says. Holy crap! Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did! Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out in good, and you should be proud of it. Oh, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten really passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah! Writing is the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori always has a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it more than a week later. That seems like 90% of the internet. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Alright. Let's see what Natsuki thinks of my poem. This crap is just awful. Like, oh my god. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one. But I can't really say it's any better either. Phew. Huh? Phew what? Well, it's just that anything isn't a train wreck. It's like, well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment. Glad to see someone finally recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. That's, something to... Natsuki completely misses the point. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem yesterday. You think so? Yeah, well, I guess you were friends so long, it might have the same wavelength. You know, that kind of stupid airheadedness that goes through her. I'm sure it probably bounces off of you occasionally, and so you'll get kind of that thing going on. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around dead weight. Gee, thanks. Gee, thanks. Don't give me your poem right now, I might spit on it. But think of it this way, if it weren't for me, she probably would be flying away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way. Yeah, whatever that's called. I just don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I hear her singing voice, my favorite. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythms of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has lots of friends. I see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies, it doesn't matter if she keeps it private, it doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross, she's gross, the world's better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Natsuki, did you just pull this out of your, diary? Were you, just, was this just a diary entry of yours and you just kind of thought about, oh, right, I needed to write a poem, damn it. Oh, this is good enough. I hate Amy. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree with the subject that the poem isn't an arrogant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easily related to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. I'm waiting for one of these people to write something like the poison tree. God, who wrote that? I want to say it might have been Blake, but that sounds wrong. Future me, put up whoever wrote the poison tree. And if you guys haven't heard that, you should go read it. It's very short, but it's one of the most, dear God, what the fuck kind of poems that you'll ever read. Something that you're afraid of, if people find out, they make fun of you or think of you less. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares as long as what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy. I like spiders. I think people really need to learn and respect others' likings for weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. It's what I do best after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow, so look forward to it. Alright, Yuri, what do you think about my poem? Let's see what you've written today. Ooh, you just threw in a bunch of words from a thesaurus, didn't you? Did you know what any of these words meant? They're great words, but you just kind of threw them together. I don't even think you're using them in the right context. And you keep using the word incongruent. Incongruent is one of those weirdo words that just like... when you say it, it just kind of comes out like incongruent. Like there's like a hiccup whenever you say it. It's really weird. The surprised expression on her face. Do you like it, Rick? How did you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to give more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. I know that Yuri... Oh. Sorry about that. Alright. Come on. Close. There. Well, at least the guys now know that my mother loves me. Yeah. Just being appreciated like this, I guess. It sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. I don't believe it. I only write for myself, and besides, people would just laugh at me. You really think that? Oh, that's so tragic. Huh. Even in your close friends? I don't have any close friends. My pentagrams on the floor keep devouring them. What is up with me and, like, demons eating people? I think I just have, like, this weird thing that's what's gonna come out of this game. Oh god, I hope so. Anyway, do you want to share your poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the last time I noticed my strange tendencies as an ordinary human, as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread from my subconscious, well aware of the consequences, well aware that the raccoon that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was a symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. Moon increments its phase and reflects that of more lighting of my cutting off. Oh my god. The moon increments. That increments? I think that's increments. Its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens its eyes are the raccoon of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement, a rush of blood, Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, I feed myself again, and I eat the raccoon. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. I don't even remember yesterday's poems. I really don't even care about yesterday's poems. I couldn't give two shits about yesterday's poems. I don't even know what's yesterday's poems. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. I take it at face value. I take it at face value what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way that feels to me, for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things that I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So sometimes I enjoy writing about them. That's funny. Didn't Natsuki write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how someone that it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? I think I love her. Yeah. Sounds like you two have a lot more in common. Don't finish that sentence. It's like the sentence was finished. Then I'm murdering you. Well, that's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Oh, please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I don't have any reason to. I already showed her my poem. I'm not talking to her again. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. Alright, so we'll call that an episode for now, and we will show Monica our poem in the next episode. I almost said last episode, but actually I don't know. I want to see where this is headed, but it's just taking its sweet ass time. So we'll see you guys next time.